Good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Working Trader, where we look at the Euro USD, do a daily analysis to come up with trade ideas. So, as always, we'll start with just looking at the news. We'll look at our Forex Factory. So, yesterday we had an NFP. That was the key news event. And today, there's no key event for the USD. So we don't have any news today for the USD. So we expect the NFP news to have set the tone for the rest of the week, or at least until the next high impact news event, which is tomorrow, which is CPI. Okay, so let's jump into the charts and see what happened and what we can look forward to see today and going forward. Okay, so yesterday price was ranging here, and I was saying that we might see CPI, NFP, be the catalyst for price to either push in to mitigate and bring us lower, because the expectation is that price needs to mitigate this demand, or at least this demand area, right? All of these area bearish candles, so all of that demand area before price say resumes the uptrend that it has begun. So usually that happens when we have high impact news, because they become the catalyst to cause price to move aggressively in a short space of time. So we were expecting that, and then we were looking at this 4-hour POI to be mitigated, which is at the extreme of this daily area, and that has happened, and now price is tanking. So we've already had a change of character, and the expectation is that this low is going to go, and we definitely are going to drop to mitigate this demand right there. And now whether or not this would be demand where price will reverse, that remains to be seen. If this fails, then price will reverse towards this daily area. Okay, this whole daily area. If it mitigates, then likely that's where price will turn. Okay, so looking at the 1 hour. So looking at the 1 hour, your nested 1 hour zone was right at the extreme, at the top end of the zones, and we see price did not reach. However, simply mitigated, and then price has tanked, and then now we're starting to see demand areas failing. Okay, now obviously all of these have been used, right? So technically they've been used up. So already, because they've been used up, we expect them to fail. Okay, and the expectation is our price will continue to at least mitigate this. Our demand give a reaction, whether that reaction will be enough to cause price to continue bullish, or just enough to just cause price to have a minor reaction and then come back and eliminate the whole zone. Okay, that still remains to be seen. So looking at today's analysis, what do we expect? What do we expect? So looking at the narrative, our swing is bullish. All right, so our daily swing is bullish. Our daily internal, after we had this break of structure, is now bullish. Okay, and this is our internal range as it stands. So swing is bullish, daily internal is bullish, so high probability trades are going to be bullish, okay, or longs. Now we have mitigated the supply this area. Okay, this was a clean supply that has not been mitigated fresh. So because it has been mitigated, we do expect a reaction. All right, we do expect that to be the catalyst for the pullback, especially after having a break of structure. And I do expect price to come and mitigate this demand, or at least this whole demand area. Okay, so this is the demand area that is still fresh, that is unmitigated. So that could be the place where once we mitigate, then we'll get a continuation of the bullish trend. If that fails, then it could be likely that all these demand areas, because they've already been used, they might continue to fail. So in the meantime, we could be looking for shorts, right? Short term, anticipating that price will at least drop and mitigate this demand area right over there. That is if you want to go counter trend, okay? Or you simply just wait for this demand to be mitigated. So when you look at the 4 hour, we've already had a change of character, and soon we're likely going to have that internal break of structure. Okay, we're going to likely have that internal break of structure bearish, and then mitigate this area. We're likely going to have a reaction, I think, and then either that reaction will be enough to continue price bullish, or that reaction will just be enough to bring back price into premium of the range, and then continue bearish to at least mitigate this daily demand. Okay, so as you can see, price is very aggressively bearish. Okay, so it's likely that it will continue bearish in the short term. So looking at the 1 hour, all of these areas have been mitigated. So expectation is that all of them will fail. So this is the only one that's left, and I think soon enough that will fail, as we expect price to continue to go lower. Okay. So on 1 hour, our internal is already switched bearish. Okay, our internal is already switched bearish. So that's my internal, and then that would be internal. And now is internal strong. Okay, and then any POIs that are available, I'm going to merge with that one. This has already failed. This has already failed. This is the last one that's left. It's likely to fail pretty soon. And what do we have? Now this is a pretty tight area. Okay, so we do have these two supply areas. Okay, we do have these two supply areas. So price could mitigate, bounce, mitigate this, and then continue to go down. Okay, it's possible. So right now we are right in the middle. So if you want to have a quick play, okay. So this area could be, if we're simply looking for a reaction, we could get a reaction from here. All right, would have used up all the liquidity from here, although we do expect strong liquidation where we have a low, we seem to have a move, and then that new low that's created is taken out, and then we eventually have the move. All right, so yeah, this is a trade idea. Okay, so we could look to go along from here. With the mind that the trend is still bullish, the swing trend is bullish. Alright, the swing trend is bullish on the higher time frames. So yeah, that's trade idea for today. Counter trend, it's not really clear, but this may not be a good place to go counter. This might be decent because we would have used this high as liquidity. Okay, so it is, you know, if we get a reaction from here, we take this out and then maybe mitigate this and get another reaction. Okay, so this would be for your counter trend play, and then this would be for your pro trend play. So other than that, I think these are the two trade ideas for the day. So have a good day. If you're liking the material, please like and subscribe. Other than that, have a good day. Working Trader out.